And so what I see with the rescuer in the 12th house is let's take the world right now and over the last 4 years, because shit's gotten a little weird.
Yeah.
Right. And so you could see that the world is in this constant state of sympathetic overdrive, fight or flight, chronic stress, high anxiety, right? That's kind of like the state of the collective, right?
Yeah.
And so if you take someone like yourself or myself, and we're trying to rescue everybody, if I'm trying to rescue everyone from their pain, from their anxiety, from their stress, from their chaos, what happens is I start to feel stress. I start to feel anxiety. I get swarmed or sucked up by all the chaos. And all of a sudden, now I'm in pain and suffering because I'm in stress, chaos, and anxiety, trying to rescue other people from stress, chaos, and anxiety.
Mm.
Where the power and miracles for the rescuer in the 12th house lies in you not trying to rescue anyone in this world, but in a world that's stuck in a sympathetic state, you stay parasympathetic. In a world full of chaos, you stay in stillness. In a
Mm.
world full of anxiety, you stay in a state of ease and trust. So instead of you trying to change other people's state, you make sure that you're anchoring the opposite polarity. And instead of you then matching other people's state start to recalibrate
Mm.
based on your energy field,
Mm.
right? Like the best thing you can do for an anxious person is to not be anxious.
Right.
The best thing you can do for a depressed person is to not be depressed,
Mm.
right? Like Abraham Lincoln said, the best thing you can do for the poor is to not become one,
Mm.
right? So the light side of the rescuer for you is whatever the pain is in the collective, I anchor the opposite energy, right? Instead of me trying to change everybody, I'm going to be the embodiment of peace, stillness, trust, equanimity,
Mm.
rather than trying to rescue everyone from their chaos,
Yeah.
right? So it's more, and that's the hero's journey, more about what am I choosing to embody within myself that other people can begin to recalibrate to.
Yeah, you're a lighthouse.
Yes. But the lighthouse doesn't have to go anywhere. It just sits there and shines a light.
Mm.
And other people come to it. I remember reading this one quote. I think it was one of Dan Millman's book, The Life You Were Born to Live or
Oh
something.
yeah, I have that book right there.
Yeah, yeah. Like the life purpose numbers and
Yeah.
things like
Yeah,
that.
numerology.
And yeah, and he talks about um, being a still pond or a still lake that other people come and drink from, right?
Mm.
Rather than you having to go out there and, rescue people from their thirst or fix people with their problems or whatever it might be,
Mm.
right? So it's more about bringing a lot of the energy that's moving out back into yourself. And the second house, I'm going to jump to the second house for a sec. The second house is your resources, what you have. That's one of the ways that you're sabotaging or depleting your resources, right?
What is the way by trying to externally rescue people instead of just working on myself?
Yeah. Keeping your energy within yourself, staying in your own energy field.
Mm.
right? The second house represents all of your resources, which is your time,
Mm.
your energy, your
Uh,
availability, your
uh,
finances, all of
right.
your resource. For example, let's say I have a 1 hour session with you.
Mm.
And after 1 hour, let's say you're still struggling with something. And I spend another 3 hours trying to fix that thing that you're struggling with. And all of a sudden, it's 4 hours later, and I'm exhausted, and I still have three more clients left. Rather than saying, I know you're still struggling with this, our hour is up. I have to move on to the next part of my day. I'll see you next week, and we'll pick up where we left off.
Mm.
Right? See, that's creating boundaries with your resources, your time, your energy, your availability, your, energy exchange, where the rescuer is always trying to be like, I need to get this person to, you know, this place before we're done, and
Yeah.
then I can move on. It's like see how you're leaking energy, right? Um you're giving a lot away and you're left in a state of deficit.